What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Dark Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. I'm extremely nervous with this move that I made from my dividend portfolio. I'm selling an entire section and going all in with ULTY. I'm not selling my whole dividend portfolio. I'm selling a section of my portfolio and I'm going big in ULTY. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm going big all in ULTY. One thing with my portfolio is I have to adapt and change, because how am I going to buy dividend growth stocks? How am I going to build a powerful dividend portfolio that has good balance? This will probably recalibrate it because there's certain things I can't keep up, and I'm restructuring my portfolio, and I'm extremely nervous of this move I made. I think it's like getting out of your comfort zone and doing this. This is more like it, because this could be the ultimate game changer for my dividend portfolio. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm going big in ULTY. So if you're new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Smash that like button. Let's check out ULTY right now. So for the past 6 months, ULTY has, if they've changed ULTY. And again, I'm not going all in, but I'm going extremely big. I'm selling a lot of holdings to build up ULTY. Now, pros are I can use a lot of this income to buy dividend growth stocks, make up for what I sold, buy that section again in 31 days, and I mean, the income that I'm going to generate will make up for it very fast. This may be something that I can just touch up a little bit on ULTY. It goes down a little bit, buy it a little bit. It goes down, buy it a little bit. But what they did with ULTY kind of stabilize it. And the changes they made so far are keeping it in line. Now, it has a high expense ratio, but I think it's just the time to do it. Now, I believe in balance. Let me tell you, I believe in balance. I have a growth portfolio. I have a traditional IRA that's a growth portfolio. I have another IRA that's SCHG, over $70,000 worth. So it's not like I just have this and I'm going all in with the YieldMax ETFs. I don't believe that you should go in all in the YieldMax ETFs. I'm using this income to buy dividend growth stocks, high yield dividend stocks, dividend growth REITs. And by doing this, by putting this income and generating this income with ULTY, I can make up for it very, very fast and get a lot of money reinvesting into the dividend portfolio. And I can see the potential of what I'm doing. And I take a hit. I can even take a hit if things go bad with this, because the income I'm generating, the revenue I'm generating is, I can make up for it with my career. A lot of you guys can't. And again, I'm single, no kids, no obligations. I'm not going to retire on the YieldMax ETFs. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I got the heebie-jeebies, doing this. This is a game changer. Sometimes you have to go out of your comfort zone sometimes. I had a lot of holdings and I did it. So let me just jump to ULTY a little bit more and explain why I did it. Here's the distribution rate, 85.93%. If things go bad, I can maybe take a hit. Okay, good distribution. It looks like it's stable. The NAV looks like it's okay so far, but again, we're in a good market. ULTY is an actively managed ETF that seeks to generate weekly income from a portfolio of covered call strategies, each on a US listed security. So they adapted, they made changes. That's good. Remember, investing in the fund involves a high degree of risk. Due to ULTY's investment strategy, its direct exposure to gains, if any, of the share price returns of the underlying securities is capped. However, ULTY is subject to all potential losses if the shares of the underlying securities decrease in value, which may not be offset by the income received by ULTY. So let's go over a few more things. YieldMax Ultra Option Income Strategy ETF. It's actively managed to seek monthly income from a portfolio of cover called strategies, each on an underlying security. It also provides direct or indirect exposure to the share price returns on the underlying securities, subject to a limit on potential investment gains for each security. ULTY's investment sub-advisor will typically select between 50 and 30 underlying securities, primarily on the basis of such securities' implied volatility levels, and will regularly review ULTY's portfolio to determine whether one or more of its covered call strategies should be increased, decreased, or eliminated, and whether any strategy should be implemented on any new underlying securities. So we have somebody watching it. Due to ULTY's investment strategy, ULTY's indirect exposure to gains, if any, of the share price returns on the underlying securities is capped. However, ULTY is subject to potential losses if the shares of the underlying securities decrease in value, which may not be offset by the income received by ULTY. So remember, subjective current income. Second is exposure to the share price returns on the securities. So let's look at a few things. The gross expense ratio is 1.40. So I just want to let you see that does have a high expense ratio. So somebody's clearly watching it and trying to get things going with this portfolio. They changed and they adapted. So I'm going to show you what I did. So with my dividend growth investing section, I was only up a little bit. Now, from what it looks like with M1 Finance, only up 1,000. I had way too many securities in there. Way too many. So what I can do is sell it. So you see a little, market's been down. I've been in the positive the majority of the time. And of course, when I get these dividend growth stocks back in, I will be at equilibrium, making a profit. These are really good dividend growth stocks. So, ooh, this is a gutsy move that I made. I'll show you what I did. So I have a lot of holdings, and I've been down a little bit with some of them. I was in the negative with United Health Group in some of them. So I have a total of that I'm throwing in tomorrow, $27,303.87. Now I was only up 1,000 with that section, dividend growth investing. A lot of them went down. So I capitalized, especially United Health Group. They took a dip. I'm going to capitalize by rebuying them. I sold 232.26 of Walmart, 303 of Wells Fargo, 334.81 of JP Morgan, 370 of United Health Group. I took a huge hit there. That's why I just said, hey, I'll sell that section. Might be time to just rebuy it at a price. Costco 427, UPS 427.93, Johnson & Johnson 495.16. Remember, if you watched my video yesterday, Conagra Brands I was selling. Capital One Financial 498.83, Lowe's 517. Target was down 524, and so I sold that. Home Depot 559.74, Nike 561.70, SCHD I sold there 589.36, American General Financial Group 593.70, Procter & Gamble 653.97, Mandela's International 670, ADP 673.66, Bank of Nova Scotia 676.38, Wendy's 685.89. Remember that one was down. That one I can rebuy. Bank of Montreal 688.60, Hershey's 699.63, Coca-Cola 754.15, Aflac 778.86, Yum Brands 835.12, McDonald's 846.90, Dollar General Corp 858.02, Visa 879.04, Darden Restaurants 883.67, Pfizer, remember I sold that one earlier. Tractor Supply 893.07, Microsoft 988, AbbVie 901.98, Toronto Dominion Bank 943.70, McCormick 980.92, Morgan Stanley 1022.17, Starbucks 1449.60, Pepsi, that one was down. So in conjunction with that, since it's being down, I kind of capitalized on selling that. And Kroger I sold for 2004 12.96. I made a pretty good profit with that. So selling all them, okay, I'm doing that. Whew. I mean, I feel obviously this is a big move. So $27,303.87 that I'm throwing into ULTY. What would that get me? So per Grok with $27,303.87, I would get approximately 4,648.72 shares of the YieldMax Ultra Option Income ETF strategy, ULTY, based on its current closing price of $6.11 per share. And I just said 8 cents, okay? So this would get me a distribution of $357.50. So that would be weekly. Now, if I did 9 cents, it would get me $402.18. And if it got me 10 cents, that would get me $446.87. And per year, that would get me $23,237.24. That was 10 cents. So this is a really ballsy move that I made. I'm a little nervous with that move that I made. I mean, it's kind of like you're on the slot machine and you don't know, the odds are looking good right now. You have they changed the portfolio. Seems like it's more actively managed, a little bit more protected, not guaranteed, because I mean, you're only $6. So you have to look at that into consideration, and we're not in a bear market, so be aware of that. We're in a bull market right now, so you have to be very careful with your moves. What I can do, supplement that, is just put money in each week with ULTY, and then hopefully it'll start distributing some income to my dividend growth stocks. And really help turbocharge the dividend portfolio. So this is a risk that I made. And I'm going to tell you guys, I don't think you should do this. I can take a hit, something goes bad. You guys might not be able to. So that's why I'm telling you, I don't know if you really want to risk this. My situation, I can do that. If things go bad, that's totally fine. I'm well diversified with many portfolios. Some of you aren't. A lot of people didn't realize I have a traditional IRA and I have a growth portfolio. And in my traditional IRA, it's all SCHG because I'm well diversified. So if you're new to this YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Is this a good move or not? Let me know. Take care and have a good one. I'm going to jump to my disclaimer. So as a reminder, this is a disclaimer. Do not use my YouTube channel for any form of financial advice. It's strictly for entertainment purposes only. Investing is a big risk. You can gain money, you can lose money. So be aware and do your due diligence. You can tell I'm a little nervous even doing this. Go to a financial advisor for financial advice, tax advisor for tax advice. Shouldn't be doing things that I do. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'll say that 1,000 times. Take care and have a good one.